And now we'd like to go straight into the Pulse. And the Pulse has quite a lot. As usual, we start with a beauty at the, on the front page.
It's a beauty.
Beautiful. Is that hair real?
No, that's not real hair, but she looks.
It might be real hair, maybe just not hers.
It's her hair. She bought it. It's hers.
Talina. She goes by the name of Talina.
So it's real and it's hers.
I rest my case. I rest my case. There's a lot in the Pulse this morning, but let's go straight to the cover story, which is on page 8. And artists are becoming even more professional and nifty in their negotiations with clients, as evidenced by riders from Rose Kwamboka Samples. And this is talking about their earnings. I mean, earlier on we were talking about the bloggers sort of changing to professional and making money out of this. So it's good to see also our artists are going pro, fully pro. Solo?
Which is a good thing because you see the lifestyle of the artist now has definitely changed. But you also need to look at how much artists are spending in terms of investing in music and videography, and where they're getting most of their money. Where they're getting most of the money is in performance fees, okay? More than they're getting even in sales, in sales and downloads. Well, but that is also coming to change, and I think we'll also touch on that, looking at the music policy that is being debated. But it's a good thing now to see that artists have actually upped their game and looking for these demands and not asking for petty money. Remember, we talked about how artists can manage their business.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah? You don't be quantifying your price range because of how much money you need for rent. Okay, so when you make it more professional, and we're seeing this one now, they're saying I cannot go for a show if you're not giving me 300,000 shillings because this is my profile and all that. And we don't even need to look at the ones who are far-fetched, because we hardly have one-hit wonders anymore, do we?
No.
One-hit wonders are the ones who charge per their rent.
Per rent.
Okay. But when you're taking music as a profession, then you have a price tag, and you say, if you want me to come, I need to have this.
These are my requirements.
These are my requirements, and if we can't have that, then you better get some other people. And I think. It's getting professional.
It's a good way for the industry to go.
Definitely.
Okay. Oshin, do you think we're getting value for money given that the prices are going up? Are we getting the same reflected in the performances, in the quality?
It should be, because I believe if you're paying me a certain amount that I have asked for, I have to prove my worth to you. Yeah. It's all about your brand. What brand have you created? I am Oshin, I am a musician, I want 1 million per performance. I have to give you that performance worth that 1 million so that I can get the next gig and the next gig after that. Otherwise, there'll be another Davido case where the next panelist will sit here and discuss how useless that performance was and how people threw away 8,000 shillings and how they want refunds. You have to package yourself well, but you also have to deliver on that package.
Do you feel like is the delivery coming through? They have to, but is it happening?
I think it's happening. This industry is growing, and as Kenyans who want to see our culture evolve, then we need to be able to support them in this. Why? Because all these entertainers, because there's also comedians in there, as well as professional MCs, and DJs and all those people. You do not expect them to perform so well when you want to think of them as last minute. And this for me goes to event organizers who come to a really refined artist, and you're like, I have no budget. Surely they pay rent. Surely they have got to dress a certain way. They will sit there and ensure that they've worked out your crowd. What do you mean you do not have a budget? Which budget don't you have, and you actually want them to perform there for you? So you source well and be able to pay these people well, and then we will be able to have quality, because there's nobody who will sit down and ask for 300,000 and then come for 1 minute. Yeah,
right. Exactly.
So,
it's also important for them to put it professional, because okay, if we look at the list that we have today, I think Diamond has the highest.
Was it 4 million?
About 4 million to host him in Kenya, which will hardly happen.
But isn't that...
You see why? Because you have to also look at the market and how much you're charging. You just don't put a price tag because of the sake of it, because you're a star. You have to look at the market. How many people will you perform?
But who does the business side of it for them? Because how do you even come up with a price?
And that's what I'm saying. You have to make it professional. You have to have a business manager who tells you, put this amount, this is what we're going to ask for, because we're going to deliver this, and this is what they're going to get, and this is the potential. You just don't put a price tag of 300,000 today.
I need 300,000.
And that's it. And then you come and give us playback. Jaguar, regionally asking for about 3 million shillings, and international shows about 5 million shillings. Maybe he's put himself there in a nice way, because we also need to see where the money is going. You understand?
He's done beautiful videos, by the way.
Exactly. We need to see where the money is going. We need to see, and that's what the whole package is, the whole profiling. And artists, is very important for them to have business managers.
And of course, with these artists, it's not just the musicians. You've also got MCs.
Yes.
Your master of ceremonies who will deliver. And I mean, there's some who are going for as high as 300, 100,000.
Yes.
So it's good. At least it's going professional. And I think in Kenya, really, we have a culture of always complaining. So you'll go for a gig and complain they didn't perform. Now, if they charge, we'll still, complain that they're charging too much. But I think if they're doing a good job, then let them get paid for it.
Yes, definitely.
And
that's
that
the
way
only way
you
to
can
grow the
hold them
industry.
to having a good job.
Absolutely.
I'm paying
All right. There's also a story on page 15 on the government set up committee to oversee the finalization of the National Music Policy Draft. Solo, what is this all about?
This is a beautiful story done by Stephen Mwendo. And you remember that this National Music Policy Draft was established about, I think, 2 years ago or a couple of years back. And now they said they've come up with the policies, they come up with the how do we handle playlist in the country in terms of playing local music? How are we going to counter stories of music piracy and stuff like that? Which is a good thing if the government now comes to support the artists, so that now they can also stop whining for so long, or not even knowing how much to charge, because I mean, there are various avenues, and they can even live a comfortable life if they're serious in music. So it's a good thing. And the draft was already presented to Honorable Wario, and is set to be taken to Parliament for debate.
For debate,
yes.
Well, it's still in line with musicians going fully pro.
Yes.
I mean, I have a friend who called me yesterday. It was sort of a distress call because they ran a shop, and there was these guys who came in and they went through the music on the laptop, and all local music had to either be deleted or they were going to be arrested because of piracy. So it's good to see, because that's one of the other things that really makes the industry crippled. Because why buy a song when I can download it free of charge?
Why not download it on the actual download platforms like
the good ones.
Nonini has been championing, or people like Yvonne Dark, the Airtel scratch card thing that allows you to go online and download their music.
But I think we need a mind shift culturally, because look at even some of the those CDs that are sold while you're in traffic, 200 MP3 songs with a combination. I mean, that just kills the industry. Most of them, of course, are not local. We don't have that on the local, but generally speaking, it's something that at least the government is also coming in to support our artists.
It is a war that we will win eventually.
Oh, yes.
Because there is the will to do it. And right now, even the artists themselves are supporting that. They're waking up and realizing that they have got to work together with government. I would urge every artist who is involved, or every entertainer, to really keenly look into this and debate and follow it. Because when you just leave it to other people in Parliament and you do not know what is going on, later on, really do not show up crying, and saying this didn't happen. You have got that platform right now, and you can be able to deal with it. I think Stephen Mwendo has done really great on that, and we did discuss it at the time.
All right.